welcome back to Factory Town. This is episode 12. Thank you very much for joining. Let's see what we're going to do today. So, first thing I want to do is just get rid of this bridge. Because it's a bit much. A bit unnatural. There is an easier way to do this, I think. Nope, doesn't really work. I was trying to size up the brush, hoping it would delete more things at the same time, but didn't really want to do it. So we'll remove the blocks all one by one, and then I want to dive into something else. So we'll talk about that later. I also want to take this time to, while I'm deleting this, to see if the red coins are going up at all. Because at the start of this episode they were still at 0. Now here I need to be a bit more careful to not delete any of the logic. But it is, the red coins are sort of around 250 at the moment, aren't they? Because last time we built these pickaxes and I don't think we're doing anything with them. I mean, for now we could just sell them, just so we stock up on red coins. It's probably not the worst idea. Although, how are we going to get them? There, like from this side to that side, because obviously this is full. Could technically go this way. Yeah, I think so. So if we move it to this side instead, I like to keep the gates there just for something different. Just for the looks, really. Let's see. So what we can do is just go over this part and have a crate here. Although a crate doesn't quite work, I don't think. No, we're gonna have to use a silo. Because a crate is too low and then I can't build it so the carts can still go through on this rail. So silo it is. Now just this high should be fine. Like so. And then I want to put some logic in, so maybe so thinking to put some logic in to not lose all the pickaxes like super quickly. But because it's just a cart, I think it would be fine. To the general goods store, because we can sell it for 25 red coin. Now make sure we filter this one, because that way none of these other cards just get the idea of putting other stuff in it. Right, so now that we've deleted the bridge and started selling pickaxes, what I wanted to do is make a cake factory. But I think for that we need sugar, and this is basically the only place where we have sugar on the map. Oh, and here. But this is all really in like the area where we're already building. So I wanted to see over here if I buy like these two maybe, what we have over there. And we have some grain and some berries here as well. But no sugar. Right, in that case, we are just gonna plant the sugar. Because I thought this was quite a good spot to make a cake factory. Who knows, maybe this one has sugar. No. This one sugar? Nope, just tomatoes. This one sugar. Nope, but it has some gold. Nice. Right, in that case, I want to make a berry cake. So these berries will become very useful, and obviously we need to bake the cake. So I think we'll also need this coal and then some grain and things. Right, so I think we're going to put all the buildings down. And I need a kitchen. Right, and then let's see, what do we need? We need a cake, jam, sugar, and berries. And then for this we also need sugar, and we need eggs and butter. So I feel like we'll probably get into the pastures as well. I really don't like the pastures, like there's so much work. But I mean, could make apple pie a bit easier. No, I really wanted to make a berry cake. Yes. So I think we'll use 2 kitchens because both of these take 10 seconds to make. So by the time one kitchen finishes a cake, the other one can start doing other stuff with it. Right, so you'll be that cake and you'll be the berry cake. And you don't need fuel, but you do. Probably because we'll have like farms and things up this side, it might be easiest to use this coal deposit for the fuel. So we'll put down a mine. And then that can go into there. But you also need butter. I think we make butter with milk, but I don't know if it also needs fuel. No, so it just needs milk. But we'll need another kitchen for that to make the butter. That takes 5 seconds. So possibly we can also have him make the jam, because then jam and butter is 10 seconds in total. And you need 1 butter in this one and 2 jam in this one. Okay, so in that case, we can't just have it make 1 jam. So turns out we do need an extra one. Now, you don't make butter, and you then don't make jam. Right, so butter, jam. Berries come directly from here, as well as the sugar. So that one's done basically. Well, not done, but we know where we're gonna get the stuff from. Now this needs milk and eggs and sugar and flour. So you're gonna make the butter. Sugar's gonna come directly from here. And then we need a flour mill to make or grain mill to make the flour. Oh, and I thought for a second that you were a farm, but you're not, so that can go there. And then we also need a farm here and one on this side. And you will be green. And you will be coal. Now this one also needs fuel. So I think we can go this way. Now I'll turn this kitchen around because it's complaining a bit about wanting to output onto the chute, but not having the materials to do so. I mean, obviously I don't want it to output on the chute, but it's kind of annoying to have the symbol there, so I turned it around. Actually turn all of these around, so they're more in line. Butter basically only needs to go into here, so I can actually move this one here. I'll use a grabber to output this one. Metal conveyor belt, B, logic, grabber, click. Right, and then you will provide berries and sugar. I mean, I know you can't quite output the sugar yet, but just stick with me for a second. Berries there, make sure to filter it because this farm will do 2 things. Now this also needs berries. Can I get it to go over here, or will that block the fuel? That will block the fuel. Okay. So how are we going to get the berries over to that side? Do we really need it to go to that side though? Well, because you can also go elsewhere. Just not sure where. So cake will come from this way. And then sugar and berries need to come in as well. I'm building everything slightly cramped again, aren't I? I'm going to remove some of this stuff. And then move this to there. And then we can quite easily put the berries in there. And then the sugar can come from this side. And this also needed sugar, right? Okay, that can come straight from here, but we need to pause the game for a second. Oh, apparently sugar goes on belts. That's what that symbol above that means. So sugar on belts. That also means this needs to be a belt. For the sugar. Sugar, sugar, jam. And then cake can go high up. And because these are arches, these will work on a second level, but this one has doesn't have an arch in it because obviously there's no space. So that won't work. You grab that. Now I don't really need to filter these because there's only one thing coming out of them. Right, so what's next? You needed some sugar plants. And I've just used up all the fertilizer. So we'll take some off the berries because they're full already. They already grow there. And then the sugar. Thankfully, this one doesn't require red coins because I saw something else that does require red coins. Herbs, and we don't have any. So, oh, I missed a bit. So why do we keep, sorry, getting distracted here. Oh, these Smarties got stuck on each other, so that's why we don't have any red coins. Right, we'll see if that fixed it and come back to it later. Sugar's growing nicely. We can supply fertilizer to these barns once we've got the pastures up and running. What I didn't look for when I picked this place was water availability. But I think we're good. We can build the pastures along here, probably. Maybe here even, because then we can have some space for extra grain farms here. And some grain mills to supply the animal feed. So I think that would be good. Pasture. It's a packager. Pasture. Right, and I need some water access. I think 3 should be good for now. We'll make 2 for milk. And 1 for eggs. And what I'll do, I think, is put a little train line in here. So why am I going over here? I was going over to the town to copy rails, but I better just go into the menu. Probably want to drop off the animal feed in silos or something. I should probably put the buildings in first before I start connecting stuff. Yeah, so I think we'll need another grain farm. Question is, how much fertilizer do we have? None. Okay, so initially, probably, we'll just need to use this farm. And feed in animal feed just like this. And then we connect this one up later. And then the animal feed will go into a silo. And then a train can pick that up. Oh, wait, no. I don't think I want a silo. I want a barn. Yep, looks good. And then for the barn, I want the animal feed. As well as the milk will come back in here. Fertilizer will come in here. And eggs will come in here. So that should be good. And then the rail can go in here. The thing I struggle with a bit here is some cards have to pick up stuff and some cards have to drop off stuff. But if I have a card coming along this way, it will pick up here. And then if the drop off was, for example, here as well, it would just drop it off again. And same thing the other way around. So if first it would drop off and then it would basically pick up the same thing it already just dropped off. So that doesn't really work. So what I'll have here is for this to be the pickup and then this to be the drop off. Yeah, and I'm gonna have a bit more space over here. Because what I hope will happen is if, for example, the milk cart comes along here, it will hopefully be largely full anyways. So if it takes a little bit out of the barn, it doesn't matter because it's just for like 1, 2, 3, 4 tiles, and then it drops it back in there. And then the empty cart will continue and pick up the milk again. But for the fertilizer, if it picks up and then drops off, that's kind of disastrous because that means it will never drop off any at the pastures. So what I'm going to put in is probably nothing complicated. Just a filter here to say if it's a what is this called? Animal feed. That's the only thing that can go straight on. The rest will all have to go by the drop off. So make sure we filter this to animal feed as well. And then copy the cart. And we need 1, 2, 3 other carts. For milk, for fertilizer, and for eggs. Yeah, so they all go by the drop off. And then over here, what we'll do, I think we'll work with crates because they have the maximum capacity of a rail cart. So let's pause it so nothing bad happens. That's not gonna work because there's not enough space here. Right, so move you over 1 and move you over 1. No, they're gonna need even more space because now I have 2 crates per pasture, but it needs 1 drop off and 2 pickups. Right, so 1 can go there, then that one can drop it to there. Still doesn't quite work the way I thought of this. Hold on. One, 2, 3. Now that one can share this one, I think. And then this can share this one. I'm just thinking of this for a second because you don't actually make fertilizer. So that really means you only need 2 crates. So you don't need that one. So this can be for animal feed. And we'll use a splitter. So then this can go in here for milk. Let me just set these as well. So egg, so I know and don't have to keep thinking of the same idea. And this will be animal feed. Yeah. And then milk can go in here. And then you only have to output your fertilizer in here. And then, so this one will be milk. Because I want lots of space for milk, because that's usually the thing I struggle with. So fertilizer can both go in here. Oh, need 2 of these. And then a grabber for the fertilizer. And then milk in there. And milk in here. And then you only have to input animal feed. Oh, and this one needs an extra row as well. Because crates don't work without grabbers. Hopefully rail stops work on them. Otherwise we'll just replace them with silos. That's fine. So we need grabber on this one as well. And just for my own mind, I'm gonna say that's animal feed. Just so I can keep track of what everything's doing. For example, now I know that this is for milk because I can see the picture of the grabber. And this is for animal feed. Kind of all over the place today, aren't I? Let's see. And then we need just one more grabber for eggs. Although I don't really need to filter this because this is the only thing that makes, it doesn't make fertilizer. Alright, so that also means to readjust this little loop. Preferably make this a corner. So this will be pick up, drop off, pick up, pick up, pick up, drop off. And I accidentally deleted a rail there. Okay, Let's see how this does. You have probably we need 2 of these, to be honest. So you drop off in there, it splits it out between these 2. So now we should see some milk and eggs, and we do. And because this one is already full from the second card, it means the first card, it means the second card can largely fill up this one if we were to make enough animal feed. But that's why it splits between the eggs and the milk, so we at least make some of each. Now, are you guys picking up the eggs and stuff? Yeah, so you have eggs, you have milk and fertilizer. Okay, and that should all go into the barn. Cool. And so now we need to make butter with it and have the eggs go to this other place. I'll probably set these back a bit. Because then I can have both the milk and the eggs go over the ground. Where's my grabber's gone? Copy. And then pause the game for a second. So you want to be egg and you want to be milk. So I should have done this slightly different because now everything's going into this grain mill first. So this will go straight ahead into this one and this will go straight ahead into that one. But what I would like to happen is for this one to prioritize on this grain mill. And the simplest way to do that is with a pusher. So that's all good. And then move this silo so we can put the extra few animal feed in the barn. Yeah, we're not making a whole lot of milk. But as the eggs fill up, it should be better. Because then all the animal feed will only go to milk. So that's good. And we should have some fertilizer in this barn now, so we can help this farm out to make some grain as well. Just a little bit to get it started. good. You could be faster, probably. Because I don't think we make quite enough animal feed. So crank this up a bit. Although it's backed up in the farm now, so it means it can't output it fast enough on this chute. So what we'll do is sort of give it a little bit extra. Grabber. Oh, it does not like that. Hold on. So where do we want this to go then? Maybe we just wait for this grain to grow and then that should be good. Trying to get this grain off there. Yeah, so that's working now. So you don't really need that many workers, but you could do with 2. And now we have loads of animal feed. Well, not really loads, but you know. So does that mean we're making cake? Nope, because you're missing sugar. Easy fix. Splitter. Nope, that's not a splitter. I've put the splitter this way, just in case I ever replace this with a belt or something. The splitter doesn't output it onto that belt, so it will only output it onto this belt and this belt. It won't push it backwards because this belt is going that direction. Now you're too slow now. Speed you up a bit. Yeah, it is very slow, isn't it? Maybe I overdid it a little bit. We'll see how 7 is for now. And we are making berry cakes. Now, as this episode's currently going on for 44 minutes, I think it's time, and next time we'll figure something out to get it to that village over there. So thank you very much for watching. Hope you enjoyed and see you next time. Goodbye.